I think the difference in behaviour management between schools from the Antipodes and schools in the UK are that there is more requirement and expectation on teachers to attempt to self-manage situations initially. So by that I'm talking about being really consistent and being really clear on what your expectations are, because some of the children we work with don't have those explicit boundaries or expectations placed on them anywhere else in their lives. Now, I've taught in what would be called leafy green suburb schools, and I've spent most of my career frontline schools. I have extra training at postgraduate level in behaviour management. But all children want are clear, consistent boundaries and guidelines to follow. And I think that there's a myth surrounding London schools that the children are tougher than anywhere, and they're not. You know, I've worked in schools in the States, I've worked in schools in Africa. Children are children wherever you are. You just have to treat them with respect, and you just have to not be scared of the differences that you may not have experienced before. And don't be afraid to ask for help. But I mean, the guru in my thinking for education is Bill Rogers. He's UK trained and based up in Queensland and travels the world promoting effective classroom management strategies. And it's always about having really clear boundaries, establishing your expectations and just being consistent, because children don't remember the 9 times you did it, they remember the 1 time you did. When you're first learning to work with a teaching assistant, the number 1 rule to my mind is to be really explicit about what you want and what you expect, and then everybody's aware from the outset. I've always ended up working really positively with the additional adults in my room, because everyone's there to benefit the children. Some you might have to cajole, some you might have to stop mothering the children. But if you're just really clear, and I would suggest having an exercise book and just writing any messages or notes in that exercise book for your TA, so that if you're working with children when they come into the room, they can pick it up, have a quick look, and also give them the courtesy of giving them the plans in advance so they know what you're teaching. It's just about good communication. That's all it is. But you need to remember, these people don't get paid a significant wage. You know, the average wage for a teaching assistant is not high, and they really are doing it on the whole because they want to help children to be the best they can be. And you need to also remember that you don't take too much advantage. And not everybody's had the opportunities to develop their literacy and numeracy skills as well as we have. So some TAs might need support. Don't assume they understand everything you've said. You might have to find some time to go through the plans with them.